I'm doing this video on what I do for when I Photoshop all my pictures. I mostly start out with a RAW editing program through Photoshop because I take all my pictures in RAW. It gives you the most color capabilities. I usually choose auto white balance to see if it changes anything, makes it look better. I don't change the temperature of the tint. See what looks better for exposure, increase the contrast a little bit more. Bring down highlights, see what it does, bring it up. Change your shadows a little bit. Bring out white, see what that does. Lower it, see what that does. And bring out blacks, see what that does, or lower it. See what the clarity does. Vibrance and saturation. And then you open it. From there, there's a black dot in the middle of the screen. Wanted to get rid of that right away, so I take the clone stamp tool over here on the left, and then you press Alt, select a spot where you want to stamp from, zoom in. Alt where you want to select from, and then stamp over it. Mostly gets rid of the spot. You can still kind of see where I got rid of. So kind of just go over that with another area. Now you can't really see it. Another issue with the picture is that it's a little grainy. So do a filter, sharpen, unsharp mask. Make sure the preview's on to see what it does. If you put it too much, it makes it more grainy. Kind of see what looks best. Now I'm going to go ahead and select a snake to try to get more of a better blur for the background. So I'm going to select a snake with the quick selection tool. To kind of get closer edges over here, I'm going to use the polygonal lasso tool and get rid of what parts I don't need. Add what I do need to. I'll get rid of this. What I need to the selection. Do need to click around the tongue. Little part right here I don't need. Again, get rid of what I don't need. Add what you do. Kind of go back out. Start adding what the quick selection tool did not get. I think I'm going to go over it again with the quick selection. Photoshop kind of guesses to what colors you're trying to pick. The quick selection tool, so sometimes it's not the best. but it works most of the time to get a ballpark. I'm just going to do this for sake of a quicker video. Then I'm going to do a Control-Shift-I, select everything else but the snake, create a new layer with a Control-J, and that creates a layer without the snake, and so it's just pretty much the whole background. Do a filter, blur, lens blur. Gonna invert that so it selects the actual background part. You see it blurs everything. Bring the radius down so it doesn't blur so much. Kind of mess around with the other settings. Blur focal distance to try to change how far the blur goes back, but it's already pretty blurry, so keep that at 0. Try to see what that is compared to right now. Bring that back down. Press OK. See here that slightly more blurry, so you don't really see the noise as much. So I turn on and off that layer, kind of brings out the snake a little bit more too. Could probably increase that blur a little bit too, but keep going. I'm gonna try to crop it to a an aspect ratio that most computers use. This computer uses a 21 by 9 aspect ratio. So I'm gonna crop it to kind of keep in the snake, so get rid of the extra stuff that you don't really need, or do a regular computer screen, which would be 16 by 9. Get as much of the snake as I can, and then decrease the size. Get more of the full snake now, or more of the snake and less of the background. With that, then you're going to do some adjustments. Change up the brightness again. Do any color corrections. This picture looks fine though, really. And try to touch some things up, but the picture looks fine, and for sake of not too long of a video, that's all I do.